I was born in Kyoto in 1950. I was born to a very young mother. She was 18 when she had me, and my father was 27 at the time. My dad was born into a good family. Good meaning a good name, good reputation. My mother was the illegitimate child of a geisha in Kyoto. Now, I think my parents fell in love, but there was no way they were going to get married because they would have been star-crossed lovers. And so my parents got my mother pregnant so that they would have to get married. And so she was 5 months pregnant when they got married. When I was 10 years old, we moved to Sydney. The flight from Tokyo to Sydney in 1960 was in a propeller airplane. We stopped in Hong Kong, Manila, Darwin, and Sydney. It took 24 hours. Moving to Australia and being in an English-speaking environment was entirely different from having English lessons in Japan. So I was thrown into a very good school, but of course, obviously, an English-speaking school. It was called Kambala in Sydney. And so I was stunned to be surrounded by foreigners. And so it took about 6 months for me to actually pick up English to the point where I felt I was not having any trouble communicating with my classmates, my teachers, and so on. All my school life, my parents had sent me to a single-sex school. And so when I got to university, it was like, oh my God, there are all these brilliant boys around too. On the first day of my Indonesian lecture, we were sitting in the front row and there was a noise behind me. I looked and there was this amazing person in faded blue jeans coming down the stairs, late to his first Indonesian class. And I said to myself, that's the man I'm going to marry.